Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of 5 Minutes in Coffee. I know it's been a while since we last spoke, but I do want to let you know that our baby boy was born and I thank you for your prayers. But at this time, I want to give a special shout out to my son. Happy birthday, Daddy loves you. During this time of so much uncertainty, my question to you is, how is your faith? How do you feel? Are you overcome with anxiety or are you overcome with peace that can only come from the Lord? Right now, there are many discussions being had around the nation with valid arguments on both sides. Whether it's political issues, whether it's what to do about our schools, or even what should we do about the economy. There's so many different opinions going on that it can be scary to think, what if we make the wrong choice? And even more so, what about the things that are closer to home, such as your personal health when you're dealing with COVID-19, or your finances when you're worried about your job, or when you're worried about going to work due to health issues. There is also the issue of being concerned about our families. Although we may be healthy ourselves, what about our family members that we love dearly that are not? There's so much concern to be had, and that's why I ask, how is your faith at this time? We don't control much over what goes on in this world. We have very little say in what happens. We can budget our money, we can do the little things that we can, such as take our vitamins and exercise, but we don't control our health in its entirety. There are so many things that we cannot control, and because of that, we must have faith as we go through this life. Otherwise, it is very easy to be overcome. Faith isn't cheap. As we discuss faith, I just want to make two things very clear. Faith isn't some ingredient that you just buy and you add to your faith so that it can increase your walk. Faith is also not just some word we use to place a band-aid over a situation or to use as some frivolous saying, such as, just have faith or I have faith. And I mean that more so in terms of those who say I have faith as some thoughtless response to a hard situation, instead of genuinely having faith to propel you through the situation. Faith is like a muscle. The more nutrients you give it and the more reps you give it, the stronger it becomes and the better it looks. If at this time life is tough for you, it is an awesome time to utilize your faith and strengthen it. Having faith doesn't mean that you get the outcome that you want, but what it's saying is, I believe that God is infinitely wiser than anything that I could ever hope to become, and that I believe His solution will be the best solution for my prayers. There is nothing wrong with wanting things for yourself, such as better health, better finances, better anything. But the issue comes when we give God an ultimatum and say that if I don't get this certain outcome, I will no longer serve you, I will no longer believe in you, and I will no longer teach you. That's selfishness, wanting what we want regardless of what God thinks. One of the benefits of having a strong faith is the blessing that you become to others. There are times when I will be performing a bench press at a gym, and as I begin to grow tired, the bar becomes heavier. And instead of being able to press it towards the ceiling, its weight becomes too much for me and it begins to gradually decline back to my chest. But if I have a spotter, all they have to do is place their two fingers under the bar and lift, and like magic, the bar begins to elevate. Some of you have faith that is so strong that if you were to be around those with weaker faiths, or those whose faiths have been weakened because of situation, you will have the ability to press their spirits back up to the sky, lifting their head towards heaven and knowing that their God is real. It's very important that we maintain our faith and grow in our faith so that we together can love God and live this life peacefully as He would give it to us. Faith is not easy, but it's also not impossible. We just have to put the effort in and be willing to grow and trust that God is with us. Let us get out there and work our faith muscles so that we can show that God is in control of our lives and that we are okay with what He chooses for us. This is Jerry with 5 Minutes in Coffee.